Okay, I wake up to this. Very interesting. Oilers trade Hall to Devils for Larsson. Now, I woke up and I don't usually check Twitter as soon as I wake up. However, today I did, and this popped up, and I was pretty, I wouldn't say shocked, but I wasn't necessarily. Yeah, I could see a trade coming. I just didn't expect it with Hall. Now, a lot of people are saying how bad this trade is. Terrible trade. Taylor Hall, I think, is overrated. I am a Devils fan a little bit. Unlike, they're not even in my top 5 favorite teams, but I like them a bit. I also like Edmonton, so I'm not really biased in this trade at all. Like I am in the next one I'm gonna cover, the D-Man trade. But I just don't see how people are thinking that this is, too crazy. Now, there might be. Are there draft picks included here? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the Devils. No, it doesn't look like there's any draft picks in the deal, which I think is. I don't think there has to be, but it would definitely help out value-wise. Now, if you look at Taylor Hall's career numbers, keep in mind he's only played one more year than Adam Larsson, so pretty realistic comparison between them to be made. Now, look at Taylor Hall for a second here. Look at his goals. He hasn't hit 30 goals once in his career. Now, you can say something like, oh, he's on a losing team. Yeah, sure. They're not going to create a winning culture for him, but St. Louis and the Cavaliers, did Tampa Bay at the time, being a shitty team, almost dead last in the league, stop them from being number 1 and number 2 in the league for points? No, it didn't. So, I don't have an excuse for him not being. Now again, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's a very talented player. Number 1 line guy in the league. But people do overrate him in terms of they're saying that this is an absolute landslide win for the Devils. I do think the Devils win the trade, but not as much as people think, because look at this, 22, 27, 16, 27, 14, 26. Now, you might look and say, yeah, he hasn't necessarily played every game, but 75 games played, 27 goals. 82 games played, 26 goals. And so far, it doesn't look like it's been a good trend for him playing every game. So, will he hit that peak potential everyone thought he was going to hit when they drafted him over Sagan? Because, again, the rule of thumb is pick the center over the winger. He's going to add more to your team in general. So, yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure how this trade is going to end up. It's going to take a few years to really play out. Obviously, Edmonton wants to win now. For that, they need a defenseman. However, I do feel that this trade would have been better justified if they would have got somebody like a Subban. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Compared to Adam's career so far, he hasn't put up anything special either. But again, I've been watching some of the games, and he is very talented. He's a really strong skater. Obviously, him too struggled to play every single game, but looks like he's on the rise. He went from, playing 37, 26, up to 64, up to 82. Again, he wasn't necessarily primed to play every game as well. Hasn't put up any stellar numbers, but the past 2 seasons, he's been playing good. 24 points, 18 points. He's a plus player, especially this year, plus 15, and they didn't make the playoffs. Nothing crazy, but I do think that with Adam Larsson, a lot of it comes with eye watching. With Taylor Hall, you can go off his stats. And I do think that makes a huge difference. Now, who won the trade? I definitely think New Jersey did. But I think Edmonton can easily win the trade if they win a cup before New Jersey. The only way, like in the NBA this year, if the Cavs didn't win, I would have been calling out our management left and right for horrible moves. They still made horrible moves, but it's okay because they won the championship. I hate using that logic, but sometimes that logic just has to make sense. And in this case, it will. If Edmonton wins the cup before New Jersey does, the trade's justified. So that's what I think about the trade. Again, I just woke up. I just needed to get all these thoughts out of my head before I forget about all of them. And yeah, I don't think it's as bad of a trade as people think. I hope that you Edmonton fans will see what I see in Larsson. I do. Now, again, to the contrary, I don't watch much Edmonton games, so maybe Hall has shown you guys something crazy that I haven't seen, but Edmonton fans, you're getting a really decent defender. Not a number one, not a bona fide number one, but a really decent defender. So I hope you enjoy having Adam. I'll hopefully enjoy having Hall.